Hello and welcome back to the Guns and Glory show. Today we're going to show you how to insulate an entry door, very similar to what I did with those garage doors behind me. Scripture verse for the day, Revelation 3:8. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Alright, don't forget to insulate the entry door. We'll use pretty much the same procedure as I did on the big garage doors, but I'm going to use more screws, and because these are shorter, they're 2.5 inches, the head diameter is smaller, and I don't have the right size washers, so I will have 2 washers involved with this. We'll put a whole bunch of them in there. That ought to keep it steady. As well, obviously, as well as liquid nails. Now, my panel, I trimmed off to make the backing for that, so it was a little bit too short. So I took the measurement, 35 inches, cut it to fit there, and we'll leave the bottom to, we'll finish the bottom out from the cutoff. I came down and I left myself about an 8-inch gap for your hand, 8-inch square, I should say. I used actually I used a tomato can to find the radius. It worked out pretty well. And I don't mind not having that little bit insulated. That's not going to bother me too much. So let's get this thing open. Keep in mind, if your door is cold, to buy something that will deal with that temperature. A lot of glues and adhesives don't work when they're cold. I kind of got lucky on that one because I bought this stuff earlier in the summer, and I'd planned on doing this before it got cold, but sometimes, you know, your best laid plans don't work out. And I haven't cut the bottom piece out yet. I'm not real worried about it. Let's see, I'm not exactly sure where that is, so I'll put it on the door side. We're not trying to make a gasket here. I'll put it on the door side. I mean, I'll put it on the foam side. Sorry, I misspoke. Doggone air bubbles. I had that going good too. That break is somewhere around there. But, yeah, I kind of like that. We'll just continue. I basically plan to use the whole tube up here. Oh, so you don't have to mess around with it. Get your stuff together first. I want to feel for the edge of the door with my fingertips. It shouldn't take much force to hold it. You should have probably heard that crack. It's just the screw, or it's just the washer biting into the foam. And you might have noticed I forgot to put some caulk on the back of that, but it doesn't make any difference. I don't know why I keep calling it caulk. I don't know. Weird old habit, I guess. Anyhow, you get the point. Just finish up the bottom piece, and we got it. Doesn't take a whole lot of screws to do this. I've got 3 along the top and a row of 5 all the way down, basically. We'll put 6 in the bottom section. I'll have the rest of the styrofoam for this garage pretty soon. I really wanted to do the whole thing in foam board, but I don't have the money. You can sure feel the difference at the bottom of this door already. Just with the air temperature, I was a little bit surprised at that. You could bevel this. I was gonna, but I didn't feel like it. Probably should have. And then I'll go ahead and paint it. I've got 1 roller left for the paint. I'll have to get more after that. Now don't go too low with the screws and get into your seals. Wow, that made a mess out of it. I remember specifically saying don't let that happen on the garage door part. That made a mess out of that too. Wow. I think I got just on the wrong side of the tape measure with this thing because it's a wee bit short that way. But it doesn't matter too much. This is a garage. And other than rolling out some paint on this thing, I'm not sure what to do to finish it or if I'm going to bother. It doesn't frankly need it. Now they got this stuff. It's got some aggregate on it. It's pretty. They use it for finishing. You might do that indoors. Or indoors. We are indoors. I'm in a home. That sort of an environment where you want it to look a little nicer. This is pretty much entirely utilitarian.